Hey everyone. So we're on day 5 today of our 30 days of gratitude, and day 5 is magical health. So this is really, really appropriate at the moment. So for anyone just tuning in now, do look back and watch the other videos, ideally starting behind us if you're starting today. Go back to day 1 in my videos. You can find them on YouTube, on my channel Blonde Susie, my Instagram, ahimsa_wellbeing, or Blonde Susie, and my Facebook, which is Ahimsa Yoga and Wellbeing. I'll pop all the links for that on the screen. So you can find day 1 on any of those places and just start, start from there so that you're doing the habit each day, and getting into the practices as they're supposed to be practiced over the days. And then you'll reach us on day 5 and just keep going. So we want to try and make a habit, basically. That's why we're doing this every day or as often as we can. So by doing those in a row in the right order, you get into this habit, and we're trying to create a habit that will be long lasting. So today's one is magical health. So I hope that by now you've done your 10 things you're grateful for that we're doing every day. So listing 10 things that you're grateful for and why you're grateful for them, and then rereading them, and at the end of each of the things you say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I was speaking with a dear friend of mine earlier, and we discussed how even in any time when you're doing an exercise or a practice that you really, really value, you can still find yourself rushing through it. So please notice if you're doing this. I have to check myself and make sure I'm not. That you're not just doing it just to tick a box. We're in such a tick a box society in the way we live. So if you're just scribbling down 10 things just in, note format, not really minding what they are and just reading them and saying thank you, thank you, thank you, that isn't going to get you the magic. You've really got to feel the gratitude for those things. So I think a really good way of doing this is prioritizing it in your mind just as you would anything else. So for example, for me, I know that I'm going to teach a class, so I've got an hour or whatever time I have before that class, and I'm counting the time watching myself do it so I can hurry through it. And I caught myself doing this today. So do watch yourself and let's slow it down. This is really important. This is going to transform your life. The more you're looking at gratitude, the more you're thankful for it and you're feeling it and you're in that joy, the more that's going to come. It's as simple as that. That's a fact. So by being grateful for these things and spending time, putting time aside, I know that we all have busy lives. Even in lockdown, we're all doing. We're all doing stuff. Many people are still working. Many people are at home with their children and their families. So I understand that we don't have a lot of time. But that's, again, just a mind-made concept, that we're worried that we don't have time because we're hurrying on to all of the other things. But if we can just focus on the thing we're doing at that moment, then time, that restriction of time, will become an illusion. So even if you're finding a slot to sit and properly immerse yourself in this practice, then please try and do that. So today is magical health. And I'm actually going to add to this post text, because the exercise in itself is reading through some different parts of text about our body and then thanking our body for itself, basically. So you're thanking your body. So rather than read all that out, I'm going to write this at this post, with this post. So it's, for example, we're going to read and think about our legs. So to start with, our legs and our feet, how amazing are they? That we have these systems that transport us around, hold us through everything we're doing, standing, sitting, walking. We basically have our freedom because of our legs and our feet a lot of the time. And obviously, if you're in a different situation where you're perhaps not as able or able to get around, still just being grateful for where you are. They take us to the shops, take us to see our loved ones. Most of our activities are enjoyed on our legs, whether you like dancing or sports or walking or running or swimming. It's all a lot to do with our legs. So really thinking about that and then saying thank you for my legs and my feet. This is going to feel really strange, but go through the process. So there's legs and feet, there's hands, there's our brain, there's our senses. So I'm going to pop all that on the text with this post, with this video. go through it all and do just read through it and have a think about how awesome our bodies are. Like awesome. And a really good way to remind yourself of this is think about how rubbish you feel when you feel ill. It's awful. The only thing you can think is that you want to get better. And, you know, in times like this, we're all very aware that there's a possibility of unhealth there, but that's always there. But if we think about that, then we will draw it towards us. So we really, really need to be even more right now grateful that we're healthy. And if you're recovering or you're sick at the moment, you're recovering, trying to really focus on that feeling of recovery and the great gratitude for that your body can recover. So yeah, and I'm sending love to any people that are ill at the moment or sick or not feeling well. Really, if you want to message me or want to chat through anything, then I'm here. But yeah, let's just see if we can really celebrate our health, or the parts of us that are healthy, and watch more of it come in. It also relieves stress and tension in the body. If we're thinking joy and gratitude about our body and ourselves, that is physically relieving stress and tension. So the other practice, as well as reading the text that I'm going to add to this, is writing out a card that says, "The gift of health is keeping me alive." So write this out. It can be a bit of paper, it can be on card, it can be in a book that you're looking at or on your screen. Just write this out, and for the next 24 hours until the next exercise tomorrow, I want you to keep looking at this. So popping it somewhere, maybe on your coffee table, next to your bed, so that you read it before you go to bed, next to your computer. I had mine propped up next to my computer for the last hour before I did this video. Pop it somewhere you're going to see it, and keep reminding yourself of it. And when you do, really think about that, even if it's just for a minute or 30 seconds. Yeah. And then our last daily practice of the day is to take your gratitude stone. Think about all the things you're grateful for that day. Choose the best and then say thank you. So thank you for listening. I really hope you're enjoying catching up with this and following along and joining in. I'm loving hearing how you're getting on. So yeah, we'll watch the magic flowing into our life. But yeah, I'd just also like to say I'm really grateful to have this platform, to be able to do this, all these wonderful platforms of social media, and also to have all of you listening and tuning in. So thank you. Have a great evening.